Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find the real values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, to solve this problem, we must remember that for this equation to be defined, then this square root must be positive. So we have that 3x minus 4 must be greater than or equal to 0. Now, when we add 4 to both sides of this inequality, we have that 3x must be greater than or equal to 4. And of course, when we divide both sides by 3, we have that x must be greater than or equal to 4 over 3. Of course, since this is a cube root, it can be positive or negative. So we have that the values of x that satisfy this equation must be greater than or equal to 4 over 3. Now, to solve this equation, we are going to start with a substitution. We are going to call this quantity d. So we have that d is equal to the square root of 3x minus 4. Of course, you know that if we square both sides of this equation, this is going to take care of that. And we have that d squared is equal to 3x minus 4. Now, let us move this term over to the left-hand side. When we do that, we have that d squared plus 4 is equal to 3x. Now, the next thing we are going to do is that we will rewrite the entire original equation in terms of d. Of course, you know that this is already d, so we have d plus the cube root of 5 minus. Now, in place of 3x, we are going to substitute d squared plus 4. Because from this relationship, you can see that 3x is equal to d squared plus 4. So here we have d squared plus 4. And of course, this is still equal to 1. Simplifying this equation, we have d plus the cube root of 5 minus d squared. Minus plus is minus 4 is equal to 1. Now, 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. So this can be written as d plus the cube root of 1 minus d squared is equal to 1. Now, to isolate this radical on the left-hand side of this equation, we are going to move this over to the right-hand side. When we do that, we have the cube root of 1 minus d squared alone on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we have 1 minus d. And of course, at this point, to get rid of this cube root, we raise both sides of this equation to power 3. This is going to take care of that, leaving us with 1 minus d squared on the left-hand side. Now, to expand this, let us remember that a minus b cube is equal to a cube minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared, then minus b cube. Of course, it's easy to see that a is 1 and b is d. So that means that when we expand this, we have 1 cube, which of course is equal to 1, minus 3 times 1 squared, that is 3, times d, that is 3d, plus 3 times 1 times d squared. Then, finally, minus d cubed. Now, let us move all these terms over to the left-hand side. We start with this. So we have d cubed minus 3d squared minus d squared plus 3d minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. And simplifying this, we have d cubed minus 3d squared minus d squared is going to give us minus 4d 4d squared plus 3d. Minus 1 plus 1, of course, is equal to 0. And on the right-hand side, we have 0. Now, when you look at these three terms, you're going to see a common factor, which is d. So we have d. D cubed divided by d, of course, is d squared. Minus 4d squared divided by d is going to give us minus 4d. And 3d divided by d is going to give us 3. And this is still equal to 0. Now we can further factorize this. Since the coefficient of d squared is 1, all we need to do is to find the factors of 3 that add up to minus 4. And of course, those are going to be minus 3 and minus 1, because minus 3 times minus 1 is going to give us plus 3, while minus 3 minus 1 is going to give us minus 4. So that means that this can be written as d into d minus 3 multiplied by d minus 1, and this is equal to 0. And of course, from here we have that either d is equal to 0 or d minus 3 is equal to 0 or d minus 1 is equal to 0. This gives us that d is equal to 3. This gives us that d is equal to 1. So we have three values of d. We have that either d is equal to 0, 3, or 1. Now let us remember that d squared is equal to 3x minus 4. So from this relationship, we can now find the values of x that satisfy this radical equation. Of course, from here, we have that d squared plus 4 is equal to 3x. And dividing both sides of this equation by 3, we have that x is equal to d squared plus 4 over 3. Now, when d is equal to 0, then we have that x is equal to 0 plus 4 over 3, which is 4 over 3. When d is equal to 3, we have that x is equal to 3 squared, which is 9, plus 4, that is 13 over 3. And when d is equal to 1, we have that x is equal to 1 squared, which is 1, plus 4, which is 5 over 3. So here x is equal to 5 over 3. Now we have three values of x. We have 4 over 3, 13 over 3, and 5 over 3. Now remember our condition that x must be greater than or equal to 4 over 3. Now this is equal to 4 over 3. This is obviously greater than 4 over 3. And the last value of x is also greater than 4 over 3. And finally, to check our answer, we start with the highest value of x. Substituting into the original equation, we have the square root of 3 times 13 over 3 minus 4 plus the cube root of 5 minus 3 times 13 over 3. Now, of course, this is going to cancel that, and this is going to cancel that, giving us the square root of 13 minus 4 plus the cube root of 5 minus 13. Now, 13 minus 4 is 9, and 5 minus 13 is minus 8. The square root of 9 is 3, and the cube root of minus 8 is minus 2, and 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Now, when x is 5 over 3, then in this equation we have 3 times 5 over 3 minus 4. And here we have 5 minus 3 times 5 over 3. Once more, this cancels that and this cancels that. We have the square root of 5 minus 4 plus the cube root of 5 minus 5. Now, 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. The square root of 1 is 1. And the cube root of 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. And in the final case, we have 3 times 4 over 3 minus 4 plus 5 minus 3 times 4 over 3. This is going to cancel that, and this is going to cancel that. We have the square root of 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0, plus the cube root of 5 minus 4, which is 1. Of course, the square root of 0 is 0, and the cube root of 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So all three values of x satisfy the original equation. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up and a comment to support the channel. They help out greatly. Thanks for watching and watch more videos here.